Plaintiff Linda Gray says the defendant is her daughter, and 3 years ago, she found out the defendant had been sexually abused by a relative. Linda claims since then their relationship has been strained, and she's suing her daughter for failing to pay off a student loan that Linda co-signed on. Defendant Melinda Gray admits that her relationship with her mother is strained, but she claims it all started back when she was 16, and her mother kicked her out of the house.
Start with you.
Melinda was raised in a middle-class family with both parents. Me and her father, we've been married 34 years.
Yeah, how many children?
2 kids.
Okay, how old are they?
28 and 30.
All right. And how was it raising the 2 children?
Growing up, Melinda and my daughter and her brother had everything they needed and wanted. They were good kids on the honor roll all the time. I didn't have any problems with either of my kids.
Wow.
And then...
Did they fight?
They argued and fight some.
Did they?
They did, amongst each other, but, you know.
That's what I'm referring to.
Yes. But
I'm getting jealous until you told me they fight. That's the only thing my children didn't do. They didn't fight. Them boys, I had to put some controls on because they were active boys.
Oh.
So, but they never fought each other, never fell out. That's one of the things that I find amazing about my kids. They have never had arguments with each other. Wow. 2 girls, 2 boys, never had arguments with each other, ever. In all those years, never an argument. So it's possible.
I didn't have any problems with either of my kids. Wow. And then...
Did they fight?
Amongst each other, but...
I'm getting jealous until you told me they fight. That's the only thing my children didn't do. They have never had arguments with each other. 2 girls, 2 boys, never had arguments with each other, ever. In all those years, never an argument. So it's possible.
Plaintiff Linda Gray is suing her daughter, who claims their relationship has been strained since she was 16 years old and Linda kicked her out of the house.
Them boys, I had to have a little talk with them every blue moon, for lack of a better term. And the girls never had a talk. The Jade, the oldest girl, she's a firecracker, so she wasn't taking much of my stuff. She'd give me a dirty look, and every now and then she'd talk back. My daughter Kamara, not once have I ever known her to do any wrong in her life, other than when she was on student exchange in
Ireland.
Ireland, in the bar drinking at 16 or 17 maybe, whenever the student exchange, she in Ireland. I said, oh, put my baby on the phone, I'm my perfect baby. Hello? Kamara! You've been drinking underage? Oh, Dad, get over it!
I love it.
That's the only problem I've had. And so we kind of balance off. I've had a little problem with my boys. Maybe my oldest daughter tell me off every now and then. And you've had perfect children, so other than they argued, which is normal.
Yes.
Among siblings.
Yes, sure.
But it's possible because the Mathis children have shown that. All right. So when they would argue and go after each other, was it over minor things typically?
Minor things.
Okay. And they were both good students,
yes.
Which is
yes,
a big part of
yes,
being successful in the future. Yes, ma'am.
I just want to add that I think that my daughter resents me because 3 years ago I found out that she was sexually abused by one of my siblings' husband, and it's just me and her just haven't been like.
You want to mention that?
I don't have a great relationship with my mom. I mean, we're here. So it's testament to that.
You probably don't want to address the other issue that she believes. Is that the strain, that caused a strain on your relationship between you and your mom, that incident she refers to?
I can say yes, but I feel like the abandonment of being kicked out when I was 16.
Ma'am?
When she was almost finna get ready to graduate from high school, she started rebelling. She started telling me that she wasn't gonna do this, she wasn't gonna do this. Her friend had all this freedom. I wasn't giving them no freedom. They was always in the house, couldn't do nothing. So I told her, your friend is not gonna run my house and you're not either. So either you wanna stay here and listen to me or you wanna listen to your friend. And she said, well, I can go stay with her. So she was at work at the time. When she came home, her bags were packed, and I left them outside the door. And when she came home, she picked up her bags, and she went and stayed with that friend.
She said you left when you wanted to leave.
She also said she put my things outside the house.
Because you say you were leaving. You was helping you out. You don't want a hand? That's what parents are supposed to do.
I never
give
said
their
I was
kids
leaving.
a hand. So when their kids talk slick, talking about I'm moving out, you give them a hand. You help them pack, and you put it out there. So they don't even have to come in the house to pick it up. You save you some distance. Instead of it being upstairs, up in your bedroom, 100 feet, now all you got to do is walk up to the porch, 10 feet, get your bags and go. All right, so you tell me how things went for you growing up.
Like she said, we did well in school, so I did well in high school. Graduated in the top 10% of my graduating class, so it was good. I mean, at home,
Scholarship?
I did get scholarships to colleges. However, they were private colleges, and so like the scholarships that I did get just wouldn't have covered.
It wouldn't cover
portion.
the total expense?
Right.
Was there a school that would cover a total expense?
Not a school that offered me a scholarship, no. It was a partial.
Okay, all were partial. All right, there are some schools that provide 100%. That's why I'm asking you. You slow about giving me the answer, and if you went to college and you admit it, you're smart enough to have given me an answer quickly. And your mother has her hand up. She's proud to give me that quick answer.
I don't have a great relationship with my mom. I mean, we're here. So, it's testament to that.
Probably don't want to address the other issue that she believes. Is that the strain, that caused a strain on your relationship between you and your mom, that incident she refers to?
I can say yes, but I feel like the abandonment of being kicked out when I was 16.
Plaintiff Linda Gray is suing her daughter, who claims their relationship has been strained since she was 16 years old and Linda kicked her out of the house.
Did she get 100% scholarship offers anywhere?
No, but we told her if she go to school or college close to our home for 2 years, then she wouldn't have to worry about nothing because, she was already staying with us. And so we was going to pay for everything. We told both our kids, we'll pay for the first 2 years, and then the next 2 years is on them. So she had a choice.
You were going to pay full tuition?
Yes, sir.
And they would stay at home?
Yes, sir.
What university was it? Because we hear about what, ma'am? I'm told it has something to do with the education.
Yes, sir.
What are we here for?
Co-sign on the student loan.
For her student loan?
Yes.
You co-sign and she hasn't paid. That's
Yes, sir.
The point?
That,
and it's on your credit.
Yes, Your Honor, but that was on her. That was when she pursued her bachelor's degree. That didn't have anything to do with her associate degree.
So you guaranteed them an associate degree.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, which is a lot less expensive. But if you qualify, then your grant, federal grant, will be enough to cover all your classes and books. And
Yes,
all you
Your
need is room and board, and that's what I advise people. As long as you can stay home, let somebody stay home, you won't have to get a loan. But if the parent can't afford it, and there's not enough grants and scholarships, then you have to determine whether you want to take a loan. And then I believe, because so many young people are against loans, fine, you do what you want. But statistics say that non-college graduates make nearly 50% less than college graduates over the course of their life. It's going to start out slow, but over the course of your life, make about 50% more
Yes,
if
Your
you're a college graduate than a non-graduate. You've heard that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And so might take on average about 6, 7 years to pay off a loan. But after that 6 or 7 years, then you're scot-free and you're getting more money and that loan is gone.
Yes, Your
So you got to determine whether you believe in yourself enough that you're going to
Yes.
get something ultimately to afford to repay that loan, because that loan will help you get 50% more in income over the course of your life if you go to college without it. However, all that being taken into consideration, ma'am, the first thing out your mouth now, you talked a little big. You talk big to me. She had a mom, she had a daddy, we had plenty of money. Why couldn't you all save as a middle-class family? You only had 2 children. Why couldn't you save 100% over the course of 18 years? Not coming down on you. I'm telling folks, time you start making that money, start saving for college for your child. And if once that child hits 18, if you start making the money when they were 5, when they were 10, you've had 10 years to save, as opposed to getting yourself in debt because she's not paying the loan. So tell me what's going on with that, because that's essentially what happened. You got it in your name, she failed to pay it. If you hadn't signed and just saved the money and given it to her, you wouldn't be in the jail.
Plaintiff Linda Gray is suing her daughter, who claims their relationship has been strained since she was 16 years old and Linda kicked her out of the house.
What was the agreement? We got to start there on repaying the loan.
The agreement on repaying the loan was once she graduated from school, college with her bachelor's degree, and once she get a job, a good job offer, she would start paying me back.
No, she doesn't have to pay you. You're the co-signer,
Well, she'll
correct?
start paying that loan back.
Yes, that's correct.
And she did. She came back home after her bachelor's degree, and she and it was a year before she got a good job, and then she stayed about 3 months. And I asked her, I say, "Are you gonna pay the loan before she left?" Because she would have got her
What do you
apartment.
consider a good job? How much was the income?
Well, she wanted probably about, I guess, about 45,000.
45,000.
But she wanted a job in the field that she
I
graduated
got
from.
that, but we're talking about ability to repay the loan. And you say she was making 45,000 when she came out
Yes,
as
Your
a
Honor.
single person.
A year after
So
she came out.
certainly a year after coming out. So certainly after that year, she would be able to pay the loans. How much were the loans?
The loans were $6,500 and $2,000.
Okay, so $8,500 in loans is probably $300 a month.
Yes, Your Honor.
$300 a month. I paid $1,500 because I owed $200,000. But I wasn't scared to take the money because I knew I was going to be a successful lawyer. I said, whatever it costs, bring on. I'll be able to afford it. You ain't got to worry about that. Confidence. So, young people, once again, if you have confidence in yourself that you're going to get a job, then do it. But if you sketchy about it, I don't know if I'm going to get through this college or not. Please, don't take a loan. Please, I beg you. Ma'am, you'll give me some background on the loan.
It was for my bachelor's degree. It was for.
Congratulations.
It was for just the last. Thank you guys. It was like 2013, so it was like my last year, 2 years. So I graduated in 2016, and I just at that point I was working and paying for my own off-campus housing. I just didn't have the money for tuition and books, so I had to go home and ask. I had to go home and ask because I couldn't qualify
The
for.
cosign.
Right, because I couldn't qualify for anything on my own, which I tried to get either loans or Pell Grants or anything by myself, and they wouldn't let me do it because of my age, and they needed my parents' information.
Their income.
Right, and so I had to ask for them to co-sign something. So I gave them the loan that the school gave me, and I told them, I mean, I have to finish. I've made it this far in my school career. Like, I gotta finish. Like, I'm not gonna let just the.
So your thing was, whatever I got to do. Y'all say y'all gonna co-sign. Hopefully I'll be able to pay it. But whatever I got to do, I'm getting this degree.
Yeah. It was
I
whatever I had to
admire
do.
that.
So,
I admire that.
and that's how I got it.
Yeah. Don't y'all clap. I admire her, but she deceived her mom and daddy, it sounds like. And she intended to deceive them. I admire it because I like the game going when I see it going down. Game recognized game, and I like to see the game going down. You say, how can I graduate? I got one more year, and I got down, and the only way I can get is a loan. They won't give me a loan. Bingo. Mama, they should have had this money set aside anyway. Got me out here paying loans as good as they was living. The Mercedes, carrying Chanel, wearing red bottom. Let me see the bottom of you. You got on red bottom. No, I'm just messing with you, ma'am. I'm just messing with you. I'm trying to not be disrespectful, but I'm having fun, which I gotta do that. But you have your hand up to say what?
Yeah, I was gonna say, no, Your Honor, the loan is only in my name.
Is that true?
No.
Yeah,
I could only.
They don't give student loans to people who are not in school.
I'm the co-signer. It's in
That's
me
what
and
you
her
just
name,
said,
but it's not
co-sign,
in my
ma'am.
husband. My husband ain't in it.
Just like you said, co-sign.
I mean, me and my husband
You
name.
all are
It's
one.
just
You all are one when they sue you.
Oh.
You're one, right? They sue both of y'all, right?
Yes, sir.
That's where's your law. You co-sign too, then.
More of Judge Mathis in a moment. Plaintiff Linda Gray is suing her daughter, who claims their relationship has been strained since she was 16 years old and Linda kicked her out of the house.
Ma'am, you do have to pay it, though.
Right, and so I'm not saying that I don't owe her the money or that I don't owe the loan. That's not, I'm not saying that. I'm not in a place where I can pay student loans back, and with student loan forgiveness, like
Why? What's your income?
my income right now is $44,000.
Why can't you pay the loan back then? $8,500.
My other bills are whooping my butt.
Well, then you shouldn't have gotten them if you knew you had that to pay. Judgment for the plaintiff. You should have paid your... You love that finger. The minute I'm going to start thinking you saying something else to me. Because I was finished. So what you need that finger up for now?
I just
I
want.
done gave you your money. And now you still want to give me the finger. Judgment for the plaintiff. I like you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
I love you. I love you, and whether you know it or not, I'm your biggest fan.
I love you too, and I appreciate everything you have done.